A quick jab about expansion. Expansion is when your life, your world expands. Events that happen that will expand you. New grade, 8 to 9, ninth grade to 10th grade, graduating high school, graduating college, getting your degree, meeting new people, making new best friends, marrying your best friend. All events of your life expands you. But what you don't have right away is a filter. A filter of the bad things. So every time you expand, boom, you will take in everything that comes with that expansion. If you know the process of panning for gold, take a pan, scoop up some riverbed, swash it around. The gold is heavier than the dirt, so the dirt flies off as you pan, and as more and more the dirt goes back into the water, then the gold stays on the bottom of the pan. That's what you do. And there's no filter. You have no automatic filter. You can be explained to. People can try to prepare you. They can give you a filter, but it can only filter so much. There's going to be something that still gets through. Like in the process of panning for gold, you have all this dirt and you just have to wish it around until the dirt comes off and the gold remains. With my knowledge now, I look back at old TV shows. When I was in the 1980s, I was watching them, and I can look through it and see, the special effects weren't that great. I can see through the special effects now, but when I was a kid, I didn't care. It was the most amazing thing in the world. Highs and lows, right? Highs and lows. You take the highs and lows every time you expand your world. Every time. I was coming off a nice high these past few days, and then something hits that brings me back down. Not down in the dumps, but brings me back down to a world of balance. One of my past vlogs about balance. Whenever I have a high, something happens that knocks me back down. And I say knocks me down because it's like, why can't I just live in this high? I read a quote that said, don't you wish you could be the person you were before you fell in love? I know I butchered that quote, but the idea is, don't you wish you could be the person you were before your first heartbreak? Before my first heartbreak, I was confident. I knew my world. But I didn't know to look that my world was expanding. I didn't know that falling in love would require me to know and be aware that my world is expanding. And so I was in my own bubble, my own world. And when the real world crashed through it, I didn't know what to do. The real world happened when my heart was broken. And so all of my confidence gone. Not similar events, but events that took on after that had similar effects to me, knocking me down, taking away more confidence. But as I am now, with my studies, with my research, with my opening myself up to the world, I can now be better about it. I can not be prepared, but in a sense ready because I know it's going to come. So what do? I plant my feet and I take it. I plant my feet and I no longer run away. I don't run away anymore.